Assalamualaikum student, hope you all are fine and you have done the assignment that was given to you last week. So I am here with a new lecture and we are going to start a new chapter because you all know that we are just end with chapter number 1. I already uploaded the chapter number 1 in the resource file, so if someone do not have chapter number 1, they can download the resource file from there. Okay. So our next chapter is classification of things, and classification means you have to sort the things. Okay, so we will recall about sorting different material. We will define set. We'll define, yep, of course, the meaning of classification, and then we'll explain some advantages that why we should classify objects. Okay. So basically, what is set? Before classification, we should have to know about a term set. You may heard about the term set many times. There is a set of this, there is a set of that, right? You can see here, this is the set of musical instruments. So you have because like you have set of crayons which have different colors, right? Purple, blue, red, orange, yellow, or set of rubbers or set of geometry box, right? Having different stationary item, like we have a set of different stationary item, right? So sorting is basically a process in which we arrange data to make it meaningful order. So it will be easy for us to sort out some things, to find out a thing in that set. Okay, if I have a set of musical instrument and a set of stationery, I can have a clear idea that where I can find guitar and where I can find scissors, right? That's sorting thing. Now get to classification. So what is classification? The process of classifying. Classifying means you are going to classify the things based on their properties, based on their common properties in one set. For example, we make a set of musical instruments based on the common property that they all produce music, and we similarly we make a set of stationary atoms because we know these all atoms are going to use in a school, right? A student is going to use it. So this is what classification is. We classify the things based on their common properties. For example, there is a class of animal and class of fish. So all the fishes are going to be in one class and all the animals are going to be in other class, because all animals have common thing that they have four legs and all fishes have common thing that they can swim. Okay. So classification is basically to grouping objects in set according to their common properties. Okay. So why classification is so important? There are many advantages of classifying things. To by classifying things, identification of things become very easy. For example, if I ask you just go there and find out a fish, you just have keep in mind the idea that a class that have common property that fishes can swim are going to have fishes and other class are going to have animals. Okay. Similarly, in your school, you are classifying like class 6, class 7, class 8, class 9. So if I am going to say you go and bring a class 7 book, you have a clear idea that where class 7 is going to be, because we classify the students, right, in different classes. But if there is no classes in the school, then it will be very hard for you to find one student that is of class 7, for example. Okay. It helps us establish relationship among various things. It helps us study chemical and physical properties of things. And classification also helps us know the physical state of objects. For example, they are solid, liquid, or gases, right? The best thing we can see the classification, best example of classification is library. So you are going to be in SSD and you are going to visit library very oftenly. So in library you will find out the classification very much, because there are many racks. English books are going to be the rack. In English rack, the science book are going to be a rack that has got to do with science, right? So we classify library according to their book's name. For example, if I told you there are 108 books in the library and just go and bring a biology book or a science one book, okay? So it will be very hard for you to just sort out 108 books and see where the science one book is. But if all the books are classifying according to their genre, then you can easily find out where the science one could lie. It could be lying in the science section, right? So library it's very important. So this is about classification. So how we classify things and why classification is so important for us. So our next topic which we are going to discuss is material. So we will define material. We list 5 main classes of material, and then we will obviously going to discuss about the properties and why these, and depending on these properties, why the materials are going to put in that certain class. Okay. So what are materials? Material can be pure, impure, natural, artificial, means we can make material by ourselves, living or non-living. Material can be classified on the basis of their physical and chemical property, and we have like 5 classes of material. First class is plastic, second fiber, glass, ceramics, and metal. So here are 5 classes of material that we are going to discuss. So first class of material is plastic. So why all the plastic, all the things like plastic are going to be in this class? What are the properties of these plastics? Plastics have resistance to corrosion. Corrosion means they can't just rot out very easily. They can't just fade out very easily. They can't just rust out very easily as metal got rusted, right? And they have low electrical and thermal conductivity, means they can't conduct electricity. That's why you have like, or can't conduct heat as well. That's why you have like plastic spoons and plastic handles, right, for cookings, and the plastic cables and plastic pipes of that electrical wire. So because they can't conduct electricity, but they have high strength to weight ratio. That's why they are very hard and they can't be just broken down by your hands. Different variety of color are available as you can see in the picture, right? And their resistance and durability is very good, and they cost very less. The second class is fiber. Fiber are basically having, obviously they are going to be very different from the plastic. That's why they are put in a separate class. So basically fibers are very thin, you can say threads, and they have very low weight and durability, and they're very soft, and they are water repellent. Like fiber, they are like plastic. They are kind of wires there. You must see the fairy lights, like in the fairy lights there are the wires. These wires are basically fibers, and the clothes which are made up of fiber, they're very soft and they are low in weight, right? But they are durable. We can use them again and again. And the third class is glass. So the main character, you can see the glass bottles and glass jars here, right? So main thing you can see in the glass is transparency, right? Transparency is the main thing that we can see inside the glass thing, glass bowl or glass bottle, right? They are heat resistant, so they can be like hot, but they can not be very hot at the same time. And but they are not breakage resistant or chemical resistant, because they can act with the chemical and they can broken down, right? Ceramics, the fourth class. Ceramics basically have high melting and boiling point. You must see the ceramics. See the picture. Maybe you get an idea about how ceramics look like, right? We have some ceramic cutlery at homes as well. So these cutleries basically have very high melting and boiling point, and they are very durable, means they are going to be long lasting. They have low electrical and thermal conductivity, so you can, if you want to put something on low flame, you can use ceramic for that. Okay. And they can't react with any kind of chemical, so this is a very good feature for using it in a laboratory, because they do not react with the chemicals, so we can use them again and again. And the last class is metals. So metals are basically very shiny. You can see the metal coins, the metal bars, right? Gold is a metal, silver is a metal, copper is a metal, aluminium is a metal, sodium is a metal. So these all metal are very shiny. Okay. and their malleability means you can easily bend the metal. You can see there are the gold bar, but these are the coins, and you already seen the metal doors, metal windows, right? So we can bend them easily and shape up them. And metals are excellent conductor of electricity, and so you can't just put a metal rod through a electric thing. You are going to have a shock then. Okay, so these are like 5 classes we are discussing about. These are 5 classes of material. Which are 5 classes? Plastic, fiber, glass, metals, and ceramics. Good. Okay, so these are the 5 classes of the material, and we are done with lecture number 1 and lecture number 2. So yep, you are going to have a homework assignment for that, which we just started out. So you have to do review question number 1. What is classification? Why it is necessary? I already told you about. Also, you can find out the answer in the chapter given in your book. uh, you have to define set. We already defined in the presentation. How can the student in your school be classified? So you have to think about and you have to write it down. By using key given on page 67, complete the following table by filling the blanks with correct words. So this is your review question of your book, review question number 1. So you have to do that. Then review question number 2, classify the material in as many way as you can. So you just make a table and classify the material. Review question number 3, write down difference in physical properties between metal and non-metal. You can draw a line in between, right? Metal at one side, non-metal at the other side, and you can write them down. Okay, and lastly, write down the physical property of the metals following non-metal, ceramic, glass, plastic, and fiber. So you can write the physical properties that are written in your book and written in the assignment as well. Okay, good luck for your homework assignment. I hope you will do it, and I'm gonna upload the chapter classification of thing in the resource file as well, so you can find out the chapter there, and there will be no excuse that you don't have book or other things. Best of luck. Allah Hafiz.